Hey guys, and welcome to the 2-Minute Money Manager. I'm your host, Stacey Johnson, and this 2-minute answer is brought to you by MoneyTalksNews.com, serving up the best in personal finance news and advice since 1991. And today's question comes to us from David. David says, a good friend of mine who I trust is asking me to co-sign a loan for them. I know I shouldn't, but it's hard to say no. What's your advice? Well, David, I've got 3 things for you. Thing number 1, co-signing a loan is never a good idea. Think about what's going on here. Some lender is saying this person's too risky to lend money to. And so they're coming to you and expecting you to be responsible. Remember that if that person doesn't repay that loan or that credit card or that car loan or that mortgage, you're on the hook. Even if they die, you could be on the hook. So you got to be super, super careful. And believe me, I know what it's like. I've been approached to co-sign loans, and I've actually done it before, I'm embarrassed to admit. But let me tell you this statistic. According to the FTC, this is something I read, 75% of people who co-sign loans end up paying all or part of it back. And remember, you are going to be responsible just like you're the original borrower for any loan that you co-sign. So you want to be super, super careful before you say yes to something like that. Thing number 2, how do you protect yourself? Hey guys, if you're going to do this, look, there are loans where the cosigner can get out from underneath that obligation. It's rare, but it's possible. And so what you would want to do is you want to look for language in that loan document that say that there's a cosigner release. So sometimes, like for example, if the borrower goes 2 years without missing a payment or being late on a payment, that can sometimes release that cosigner. Sometimes, but at least that's language that you could look for that might help protect you. And finally, thing number 3, do what you can to protect yourself in other ways. For example, if I'm going to lend you money for a car, co-sign a loan on a car, I'm on the title of the car. And that same thing goes with a house or anything. If you're responsible for that debt, then you need to be owner of the asset. Because that way, if that person does not pay for that car, then at least you can seize it and sell it. Okay, so at least that's something. Now, you don't want to have liability for the car, in terms of insurance and everything, but I want to know that that car is going to be, that I can see what's happening with it. Also, I want to know if the payments are being made on time. So when that person gets a bill every month or when they pay their bill every month, I want to know that happened. And if it's late, I sure want to know that happened too. So I don't want, just because this person's a friend of yours, I don't want you to approach this as some casual thing. If you're lending money, if you're lending them cash, in other words, there is no asset that secures it, then you need to have a note. And it needs to be a legal note, and it needs to be signed, and it needs to be notarized. The same thing the bank would do if they were lending you money, you need to be doing if you're lending or co-signing somebody else's loan. Does that make sense? Bottom line, be super careful. And if you do this, in spite of my advice not to, at least do the best you can to protect yourself. You can read more about this stuff too at MoneyTalksNews.com. Just do a search for cosign, and you can read till the cows come home. Hope that answers your question, guys, and hope I'll meet you right here next time. Hey, did you like the video? Then do us a favor. Give it a thumbs up, comment below, share it. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the button. It's right here. No, seriously, click it. It's right there. I'm not going anywhere until you click the button. Okay, I'll see you next time.